Hi guys, today we're gonna discuss BMW X5 of the first generation E53 and why it is a great car to buy and drive, and also why it can increase in price quite seriously in the next 5 or 10 years. BMW presented their first SUV, or how they called it, SAV, which means Sport Activity Vehicle, in 1999. And the first generation was in production until 2006 with a facelift in 2003. The interesting thing about the car's design is that when the car was presented, it was really critically acclaimed of its exterior. However, nowadays I believe that it looks brilliant. And if we have a look on the next generations of BMW X5, I would say that the first one is the most brutal. The car is based on the BMW 5 Series E39 platform. However, it is also engineered with the support of Land Rover engineers. And if you think that BMW X5 of the first generation is a large car, really it's not, because in the modern world, the modern generation of X3 is just larger in all proportions except height. Most of cars that you can buy on the market go with 3-liter 6-cylinder engine, and they're quite reliable. However, they go with also a GM gearbox, the 5-speed automatic transmission. There are two main disadvantages of this pair. First of all, GM gearbox is not really reliable, and the second one is that the car with this 3-liter engine and 5-speed gearbox is quite slow. It goes from 0 to 100 km per hour in about 9 seconds, and in modern world it's really slow. And if we talk about BMW, then I would say it's extremely slow. And let's agree that BMW X5 with manual transmission is not a great choice. I mean, if you like it, please do it. It's a fun car to drive, of course, and you would have a lot of questions from your friends. And congrats of this choice. However, it's not the basic choice, let's say, for most of people. However, there is a solution: what BMW X5 to choose if you're a petrol head. And now let's focus on facelifted cars starting from 2003, and that's why. First of all, only after facelift you could have angel eyes headlights. And why would you choose BMW X5 without them? By the way guys, if you enjoy this video, please press the like button and subscribe for more about cars and money. The second argument for facelifted models is that only after facelifting BMW started to produce BMW X5 with X-Drive system. And that's really a big difference, because BMW X-Drive system can switch the torque between front and rear wheels up to almost 100%. And the third, and I would say the main argument, is that after facelift you can find their V8 engines engineered by Alpina, and that are engines in the versions 4.6 IS and 4.8 IS. They both have about 350 brake horsepower and accelerates from 0 to 100 in about 6.1 seconds. And these cars I recognize as a first try to engineer X5M. However, it's worth mentioning that BMW X5, even with these engines, are really slower than Cayenne Turbo, not talking about Cayenne Turbo S. Yes, they set an SUV speed record on a Nürburgring, and it was 311 km per hour in X5. However, it wasn't a standard car. It was a car engineered specially for this record, and it had a V12 engine. Okay, now let's talk about prices. First of all, let's start with the fact that these cars are just now at the bottom of the market, and you even can find a car for several K. However, it would be a ruined car, of course. If we are looking for versions, facelifted versions of 4.6 IS and 4.8 IS, usually you would find a good car for approximately 6 to 8K. So for this money you get a practical family SUV, which is quite fast, and also it's a part of BMW history for sure. BMW X5 of course is not a rare car at all. However, the number of cars, especially good condition V8 after facelift, are dramatically decreasing, and I believe that in next 5, 7, 10 years it would be almost impossible to find a good condition car, because they still didn't become classic one and collectibles, and they are still in common use. So I think that today's is the best time to find such car. I am sure that in 10 years this car would be as classic as now are, for example, BMW E34 or E38. And it could be even more popular and more wanted, because this is the first generation of the model that you couldn't imagine BMW without. This car was a starting point for about half of cars that BMW produces now: X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, X6, X7. It is 7 cars now produced with X badge. So how not to fall in love with it? Please comment below what do you think about BMW X5 of the first generation. Once again, press the like button if you enjoyed this video and subscribe for more. Thank you and see you soon.